The first step you need to do is to create an accurate outline of your drawing. Very important that you keep your lines as soft as possible. I'm using a 2B pencil for this sketch. Look at the reference image and then you start breaking it up into different shapes. When drawing the iris, you need to look at the negative space that's around the shape. When you focus on the negative space, it will help you to create the shape and also with the placement of it. The upper lid is also a shape that you can add. So pay attention to where this shape is thicker and where it's thinner. Right above this shape there is another shape. This is going to be the space between the eye and the eyebrow. Here is the overall shape for the eyebrow. So I'm simply using straight lines. I'm not worrying about details at this point. For now you just need to know how the shape looks like and also the placement of it. Once you've created a soft outline, you can start to lay in the first layer of graphite. I'm still using the 2B pencil and I'm also creating this layer by using a circular motion. So this way you can gradually build up the layers. Typically I would start by making it soft and then gradually it will become darker. Also make sure that you don't outline anything. The shadows and the different shapes will create the intersections where the values will be either dark or light. So it's very important, don't outline the eye. When you draw the eyebrow, you need to look at the direction of how the hair grows. So this is how you will apply the hair to the eyebrow. The next step would be to blend everything. So I'm using a soft synthetic brush for this. You can also use a blender for this. Blending should also be done in a circular motion. Just make sure that you don't press too hard into the paper. When you work on the iris, you need to sketch out the shape that's going to be the darkest in value. So I typically start with this shape. So that will be the pupil, and then most of the upper part of the iris will also be very dark in value. So this is called the key value of the drawing. The key value is the lightest part and also the darkest part of your drawing. Now you can blend the inside of the eye. After you blend, you can use a putty eraser to create a lighter value at the bottom section of the eye. This is the iris now. Sometimes you overblend this area and then you need to correct that. The lower part of the eye is slightly raised up, so this section needs to be a little bit darker in value compared to the rest of the skin. So that will make it look more dimensional. So that's very important. You also need to create this light section that's right above that raised area. The top section of the eye white area needs to be darker in value, since there's a shadow that the eye is casting onto this part of the eye. So add graphite to this section and then you can also blend it. Draw the eyelashes by placing your pencil and then flicking it outwards. This way the tip of the eyelash will be feathered. The base of the eyelash will be thicker. Eyelashes are also clumped together and you need to place them very randomly. The lashes are also not evenly spaced out, so certain areas are more dense than other parts. Look at the placement of the lower eyelash. So it's going to start inside that white section. The base of the eyelash is thicker than the tip. And there's usually 2 or 3 eyelashes grouped together. You can also add more graphite to this section and then you can blend it. The eyebrow is a dense area of hair. You need to draw the hair in the direction it grows. So when I draw the bottom section, I typically work from the inside towards the edge. Flick your pencil outwards so that the edge of the eyebrow would be soft. So now you can continue and you can focus on the inside of the brow by adding more of those strokes and creating a very dense layer. So to get the eyebrows correct, you need to first create an accurate shape. Then you need to create a dense layer of hair, focusing on the inside of the shape and making that the darkest in value. Once you are done, you need to blend the entire shape. Blending will create the illusion that there's a shadow underneath the hair. Lastly, you need to create a couple of highlights. This will help to make the whole shape look more dimensional. And for this, I'm using a Mono 0 eraser.